Oh, hi Tyler. I'm somewhere just north of Iowa City, getting some last minute garbage miles in for Dirty Kanza, heading down to Emporia tomorrow, where I will be getting all the exclusives at the All Things Gravel Expo. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Welcome to the Bikerumor Friday Art Sale. I'm Tyler, and
I'm Ben.
And you're here because Watts is
doing
at
Dirty Kanza.
So it's Friday, and he is. What do you think he's doing? Drinking. Speaking of drinking, what are we drinking today?
You've got a Deschutes Fresh Squeeze IPA, and I've got a Dogfish Head Sea Quench Ale. It's delicious, refreshing, good for summer.
And as is Fresh Squeeze. I like this one a lot. And we made the mistake of waiting until late in the day, so everything that you hear in the background is because it's basically that time on a Friday afternoon.
It's happy hour here pretty much.
And so it's going to be loud, so we'll talk loud if we can. So this week, there was, I made a list because there was so much. So before we get to the big topic, there was the Adroit Cycles linkage fork that uses a rear shock to provide the actual damping and suspension and control and all that, but it's a pretty wild design.
Looks like a Boston Dynamics robot dog come to get you.
It does, actually. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's all carbon.
Has there been any interest in that light speed?
A little bit. Not a whole lot so far, but we'll let you know.
I'd love to see you help me sell that thing.
Yeah.
I just hate to see it sudden. It's a great boat.
Yeah, I hear you. Quick story. That's our landlord, and he's got like a mid-90s light speed that he wants $3,500 for. So if anybody wants it, email Tyler.
Don't email me. Come into the shop and check it out. So that's all right. Yeah, that fork is pretty wild, and the story behind why they did that is pretty cool too. So if you're into like weird suspension on the front of your bike, this one's, you can adjust the height, you can adjust the travel, all just by changing the linkage parts and the shock stroke and length. So you have like the ability to set different heights for the same amount of travel or vice versa.
I assume it's pretty light too.
It is pretty light. It's reasonable for the amount of travel. So it's the base stock setup is a 160 travel, and it's like 1,700 grams. So it's pretty good. Yeah. And you can go lighter for sure. They even have a single-sided, lefty, but not officially lefty version. But what they do with the axle on that is instead of having like a tapered spindle like the Cannondale lefties do, it's just a straight normal 15 mil through axle with a special nut on the end that's actually like spring loaded in a way that you can't over tighten it. So it's pretty. It's like they thought of everything. Like I was really impressed talking to those guys. We were on the phone with them for like 2 hours, going over all the features. It was really wild.
Have you seen it in person yet, or?
I haven't, but they are going to send one for us to try. Yeah, so if you want to try it. So the big thing that's just like literally today, mostly because Dirty Kanza is starting this weekend and starting and stopping this weekend. It's gravel, like just new gravel bikes, new gravel wheels. It's all been flooding in, which is partly why we're here so late on Fridays, because I was trying to post as much of it as I could. So I literally have a list because I didn't want to forget anything. So Industry 9's new wheels, which we've already posted. ENVE's got new gravel wheels. Donnelly, who you may know used to be the Clement Tires, is now Donnelly Tires. They actually launched 2 bikes. They launched a cyclocross bike and a gravel bike. And Salsa just sent over some teaser images of the latest version of the Warbird, which isn't out yet, but it's coming.
Drop chainstay and everything.
Yep. So probably catering toward, I guess, 1x when you do, well, no, 2x. Drop chainstay is still out for a 2x.
Right.
So they must be thinking that it's got some more plans for it than just straight up gravel racing.
I mean, I don't know.
Because there were definitely some mounts I saw, for different frame attachments.
Yeah.
But it does, I mean, it looks like a race bike.
Do you think straight up gravel racing, there's no more 2x in those anymore?
I don't know, man. I guess it depends on the course.
Yeah. I think something like Kanza you probably want, like 52 or 52 or something. Subcompact or compact or something with some wider low range.
Probably with the type of talent that's going there, because the guys off the front, they're just getting in that pace line now and kind of crushing people like Watts on the single speed, making them cry halfway through.
That's what the beer's for.
Yeah, it makes it all go away. And then even Otso came out with a new gravel bike this week. So tons of new gravel stuff to check out on Bikerumor. And let's see. Speaking of Watts, he's there. He sent some video from the road, so let's check that out.
G'day, trendsetters.
Hi, so we're down in Emporia at the All Things Gravel Expo. We're getting ready to do our shit tomorrow, I reckon.
Yeah, we've got 207 miles, I think, of Kansas gravel, and it's going to be like 2016, a serious headwind most of the way.
We've looked at the conditions a little, but we haven't been paying a ton of attention. I just know it's not going to be as hot.
Yeah, I like to live my life in ignorant bliss, so I'm really going to avoid looking at the weather forecast till about 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. So what are you riding?
I'm riding a Linsky Pro GR, it's a titanium gravel bike. In fact, if you look at my website, gravelcyclist.com, nice plug there, you will see the bike in a video. How about yourself, mate? What are you riding?
So I'm on that painted Niner RLT. I weighed it. It's like 21 pounds with no bottles on it or anything, which is
that's all
whatever.
right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
As long as it's reliable. But anyway, the lad here's going to beat the heck out of me. And he's on one gear, I might add, single speed.
It's the way to go for this race. Nobody knows that, but it's just the way to go.
It's true. It's true, actually, especially this mud. I don't want to know about it.
Yeah. So you didn't get invited to the DKXL?
No, I didn't.
Me neither. I don't meet their muster.
Well, I've never finished a seriously long race. I mean, this is one thing, but for example, I think you have either finished 5 of these things or finished Trans Iowa, something like that.
Oh, to get the that would make sense. And which reminds me, this is 4 for me. Next year I'm going for 5. I just want that damn cup.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want that damn cup. I just want that damn cup.
This will be number 3 for me, so I'm over the hump.
All right.
And I'm in the same boat as you then, I guess.
All right. Well then.
Yeah. So we had to pause the video because we need to turn our attention
We need to talk about this.
Yes.
thing.
But behind the camera is a couch, and we're going to look around right now. Actually, hit pause.
Now that we're back, we might have a little more from him later, but quasi gravel bikes. You've been riding the Breezer for us. I can't even remember what model. Doppler?
It's the Doppler. I don't remember the model. It's the $1,100 one, the blue one. It's great. It's a steel 650B fender bike. It's great for commuting. It's great for long randonneuring rides. Mostly I've been commuting on it. Did a couple of gravel rides on it, and yeah, for the money, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, because it comes with full fenders, and like the touch points are all well thought out. Yeah, when we first saw it as a Eurobike, that's what I thought. Like, this is a well-priced bike for what you get on it.
Yeah, TRP. High road, I think that's how you pronounce that. High road brakes, so good brakes. A Sora 10-speed group, which for $1,100 can't really complain about that. Nice tires. The Horizon 650 by 47.
Did they set up tubeless? Because I think we got ours early. They do come spec-wise with tubeless ready tires, but I just didn't say that on it.
Yeah, they didn't have the TCS badge on it, but I set them up tubeless anyway, and it was pretty simple. I mean, pretty straightforward. The rims were already taped and everything, so the tires took pretty easily.
Cool.
So.
And they're holding there?
The front is still a little iffy, but I just did this yesterday. But yeah, the rear is set up immediately, and the front shouldn't be a problem. I just need to shake it around a little more.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little while for the seal to find all the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, both rims actually, the point where they're leaking is at the rim weld, or the rim joinder. So, it might be more the rims than the tires.
Yeah. Could be too. Well, what I found is, depending on the type of tape used, sometimes by the time you get the tire on there and everything goes, if it's not like the best insulation, or it's this one particular type of tape that I really hate, it's just like, it starts to crinkle inside there and just ends up making you want to drink more of this, or yell and scream or something, because last thing when you're getting ready to ride and you can't get it to inflate, that can make you miss a ride altogether, having to retake your wheels and go through all that. So
just do it to it.
That's true. I always forget that. I've done that at a race. I was running around frantically before a cyclocross race, looking for like a new valve stem or like a piece of duct tape I could like put over the part, and somebody's like, "Put a tube in." I'm like, "Gah!" Because I didn't even bring a tube.
Again, professional.
Yeah, you get a one-track mind sometimes.
Yeah. No, I get it. Who wants to ride with tubes anymore? It's ridiculous.
No, especially for cross, because you're pounding roofs. You want to run that low pressure, and then the chances of pinch flatting.
So one question I have, mate, is we've got the chase behind us, which has been doing the rounds of a bunch of gravel races. I've got another hashtag. It's called hashtag how many asses, and that means how many asses are sat on this couch.
Sweaty, gross asses. People that have peed their shorts sitting on that thing. What's gonna be your pose? Are you doing it?
Mate, okay, if I
Are you
make
gonna go with like that
no,
sexy pose?
no,
Are you gonna go with like that?
No, I've got no idea, but it's not going to be sitting on the couch. I'll do something inappropriate, probably. How about yourself?
Yeah, I was thinking inappropriate, but I'm trying to come up with something that is so inappropriate that they ask me not to come back next year.
That wouldn't be good.
Probably just gonna
well, also
do what everyone else does.
It also has to generate some comments for the Bikerumor crowd as well. You know.
It doesn't matter what you do. There's gonna generate comments for those fuckers.
All right.
They're all gonna take umbrage.
Excellent. Anything else to say, mate?
No, not right now. I'll see you after the race.
Yeah. Well, hey, wish us luck. Bye.
Okay, so while you were testing the Breezy for long term, we've had that one for a while. I had to do a short-term review this week on Princeton Carbon Works kind of wavy aero carbon road wheels, and they sent us both the rim brake and the disc brake. So I got a few rides on each to kind of like test it, and I did the best I could in town to drag the rim brakes for a long time and then brake hard, you know, trying to mimic whatever emergency situation you might have if you were on the mountain and descending for a long time. And I was kind of impressed. You know, it was dry conditions. Like I somehow managed to avoid all the little spotty rains we had this week. Because honestly, man, like I'm not real keen on going out and riding carbon rim brake rims in the rain because I've done it and it's scary.
I can imagine.
It doesn't matter how good everything says it is.
Yeah. It's like the old Campy Delta brakes. They're not brakes. They're like speed modulators, sort of. Yeah. But what's the idea behind the wavy?
Okay, so if you remember, you know, Zip has theirs where it's like the NSW, and it's almost like more fin kind of. This one, it's a pretty even wave all the way around, and they're deep. And this is what initially, like for a 60 to 65 mil depth rim, to me that's just too much around here. Like I don't need that because I'm not doing triathlon. But somehow they've got the rims so light and the whole wheel set's super light. I mean, I'm going from memory here, so I'll have to double check in post, but it's like, I want to say like 1,600 grams or just under, which for that deep is really, really good. And so when you're on those rims or on those wheels and you're getting up to sprint or you need to like maintain speed or or even just like slogging up a climb, it doesn't feel like a big heavy rim, like a normal deep dish rim would. So you kind of get like those aero benefits without the weight penalty, which is neat.
What hubs are they using in those?
It's their own, or it could be like a Novatec. I'm not sure. I got to go back and double check my notes, but they're rolled super smooth, not overly loud, which is kind of good for road. Yeah. So.
Whatever. I9 all day, every day.
All day, every day. That when you're coasting.
Yeah.
Get back
Just
to work.
Coast. Just don't coast, yeah.
Right. But I think what was impressive was, again, for that depth, was the crosswind performance. So we kind of had the benefit of being able to test this week in like some wild windy conditions, not crazy, but the route I go a lot goes right past the quarry with a couple different dump truck companies. So there's these big trucks just blowing past you at like 55, 60 miles an hour. So depending on which way they're going, you get these different gusts. And it's like when you get passed by a bus or something, you've got that boom. And what I found with these was you still feel it. I mean, you're not going to not feel that, but they recovered really quickly. And that was kind of the whole point of that. You asked, like, why do that wave? And so the point of having that wave, in their words, was the whole point of a crosswind, you want it to reattach quickly, and that helps keep the handling predictable. And so what this does is supposedly it helps it to reattach quickly at different angles. So you have like, instead of like optimizing your wheels for one angle, it can handle like a couple of different angles better, I suppose. But it seemed to work. There's stretches I did where you had just constant side wind, constant tailwind, constant headwind, and it kind of did really, really well in all of them. So it's impressive, and this is their first wheels out of the gate. What I'm excited about, even more excited about now, is supposedly they're working like a 35 to 40 or 30 to 35 depth, which would be, they can drop that weight and get like the aero performances and all that. It should be a pretty hot wheel set for general use. Yeah, it's neat. Worth checking out. And let's see what's next on the list.